Hey you, it's good to see you again. In 2023, the retro games has become super expensive, both the retro consoles and the video games, and it's almost turning into a rich man's hobby, isn't it? Did you know that the Nintendo Switch has an awesome way to play retro games? So when it first came out with the Nintendo Online Pass, you only had a few systems you can select from. However, it has since then really expanded. So this is why I'm going to take you through why the Nintendo Switch is a phenomenal way to play retro games in 2023. Let's get the Switch connected to the docking station and I'll show you step by step. I have a bad habit not charging my Joy-Con. So you go into the Nintendo eShop. So the only thing you have to keep a note of this is that the Nintendo Switch membership isn't for free. I have a special family membership thanks to one of my amazing community members. Go into Nintendo Switch Online. It's not all the retro gaming consoles, I just have to be completely honest with that, but it's still pretty good. So you have the Game Boy Advance, the Nintendo 64, the Sega Mega Drive / Genesis. Do know I live in PAL regions, it's called Mega Drive here. The Game Boy, the Super Nintendo, and the NES. So that's pretty decent for starting out retro gaming with the Switch. So let's close the eShop and we're just going to check out what all this has to offer. So if you like me, you got way too many games, you can also just go into all software. So first things first, let's check out the NES. There was no update. This is probably anti-copyright protection or whatever. Right. So let's go to NES. So what I love about this, both the Wii and the Wii U had something similar, only they allowed you to select which games do you want to buy. There was no online membership required. What? Oh, come on, Nintendo. Downloading. Alright, so this is the NES Collection. So if you're like me, that you love NES games but you don't want to pay billions of dollars, this is a way for you. Or if you're brand new into the retro gaming scene and you're not sure if you should collect, the Switch is an amazing tool that will help you out. So as you can see, we even have Earthbound Beginnings. New. Ooh, we got up some brand new games, which is actually Famicom games, I just have to say. Ooh, Dig Dug. So let's just play Dig Dug, shall we? Now, why should you play this instead of an emulator? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have you covered. The Switch Online allows you to play two-player online. You just need an online membership. So that's pretty cool. So let's just try it out, Dig Dug. And not only that, it's in HD graphics. As you can see, they have made the resolution much better. There's patches and they also fix bugs. I've never played Dig Dug before. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a retro gamer who's never played Dig Dug. That's pretty bad, right? So you can also create suspend points or save states, resets. But I'm going to go back to the game section, something I'm actually more good in. So Crystalis is a very cool game. However, it only came out in America and Japan, I believe. It never came out in PAL. So with the Switch Online, it also allows you to play games that never came out in your region, because importing these games will cost a lot of money. So that's another reason why, if you want to get into retro gaming, the Switch can really help you out. Skip! I have no name. Oh, this reminds me of Phantasy Star, actually. That's pretty cool. So Crystalis is a bit like a Zelda game, if you like. Only a bit more, what should we say, cyberpunk, futuristic. Yeah, boy. Whoa, and the controllers are super smooth as well, because you got the analog sticks of the Switch. Hey, there's a guy coming out of the cave! I'm actually a girl, but whatever. So there you go, you have Crystalis. So basically you get access to the full games. So this was just the NES version. Let's check out the Super Nintendo. And here you can also play online. You can see, you can play multiplayer games online with a friend. You can play, so this is what I want to say. This is an amazing way to get into retro gaming. Some emulators allow you to play online with friends, but needs a lot of setting up on the computer. Here it's boom, right away. You can play multiplayer online with friends. You can compete for higher scores, help each other out to troll each other like on the original consoles. Oh, there's even voice chat enabled. That's cool. But we're just going to do one player today. So one of the games I always wanted to play was Kirby's Dream Land. But sadly, this game is super expensive. And I think it's also running at 60 Hz. So I'm just going to show off quickly why it's awesome to play the Super Nintendo on. So let's level 1. Start. Boom. I mean, that's so cute. Kirby's Return to Dreamland 3, everybody. Ah, Kirby got hugged by a girl. Now they're kissing on the spinny spin. Oh my goodness, this is cute. This looks like a painting come to life. Alright, this game looks like a painting. I love it. So this is also a very cool way to get to know games. So, exit. You even have the very legendary games like Earthbound. Earthbound is a super duper expensive game. I think it goes like at least for $400 more cartridge only these days. And I'm very happy that they added it to the Nintendo Online. Would you prefer plain flavor? Ah! E. What? How many friends does this person have? Name my pet. Okay. Wow. Don't care. You know what? You guys get the picture. You can play the original Earthbound. Let's go back to the game selection. So there you go. You have all the original amazing classics that work just fine. Now let's head over to the Game Boy. Ta-ding! So yeah, the Game Boy has a great selection of games, including the very expensive ones, and not so many games on it yet, sadly, but you have a mix of Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. And again, you can also play this online with friends. Like Wario Land 3, I actually bought that game. I paid less than $40 for it. I didn't know that we were forced to watch the trailer. I have a talent to select games with the longest cutscenes. So there you go, you got the original Wario game. You can even change the key binding, I believe. Hee. So it doesn't get better than this, playing the classics. I mean, you can play also Game Boy games using the Super Game Boy player for the Super Nintendo or the Game Boy Advance player for the GameCube. However, if your games have run out of the battery, or the battery's depleted, you won't be able to save, which is a real shame. So, we have shown off some Nintendo games. And we're now into the 16-bit era, 8-bit, 16-bit era. What about Mega Drive? So, the nice thing with the Switch Online, they have also included the Mega Drive. And it's nice to see a Sega console being supported by Nintendo. So, basically, you know, the games being supported by Nintendo. One would have never guessed this would happen back in the 90s, right? Because when Nintendo and Sega were sworn enemies. You know, I will tell you why it's updating the software. It's because there's always new games being released and probably there's bug fixes and so on. Yay! The iconic Mega Drive sound! Ooh! I like presents. Ooh. Ooh, Shining Force is now on. Oh my goodness, they added a lot of games. Okay, this collection is getting better than my collection. So there you go. They keep adding new games to these emulators. Pulseman! No way! So Pulseman is a super rare game that's only been released in Japan, sadly. And it was made by the same people who made Pokemon. What are they called? Game Freak? Let's check it out. And I always have to mention, well, if the games are there, this is also an excellent way to see if you like the game. Because you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars or euros on the game if you're not going to like it. Unless you're just a hardcore collector and you want the game to sit on the shelf. That makes perfectly sense. Oh yeah, the emulator works perfectly here. Look at this. And you can tell I've never played this game before. So this reminds me of Alien Soldier. How cool. You got Pulseman. But you know what? Let's try also Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, if Sonic has been added, let's see which Sonic games. Alright, so the collection looks a bit empty in my opinion. I got more Mega Drive games than the collection here. At least Sonic 2 is here. And it's running in 60 Hz. Let's go. Ooh, this runs really smooth actually. I'm sure you can also enter debug mode and do all the chaos and destruction that comes with it, including summoning Shadak the Hedgehog. It's not Shadak, it's Ashura. Yeah, I get it. I get it. You guys said already in my previous video. It's still Shadak. I'm not a proper speedrun on this, sadly, but Oh, that failed? Yay! So there's no delay on the controllers or anything, and we got a good score. Yeah, so this works. However, one game I really want to test is Alien Soldier. This is one of my favorite games on the Mega Drive. I mean, I have done a guide how to complete this game without dying and how to defeat all the bosses. Let's see. Let's go! Okay, this is weird. I'm not used to the controllers in this one because I've only played this on the Mega Drive game. And this is also super hard mode, which is fine. Look at these dancing aliens. Like, look at me, I'm an alien, I'm dancing. Here's a little tip for the first level. The enemies keep on spawning until you go to the end point. Not many people know that. One of the harder games on the Mega Drive or Genesis. Come on, boss. That was a very bad time. Oh well. I've shown you I can play Alien Soldier. They don't have many games at all. They got Zelda Minish Camp. It was done by Capcom, really? Oh. I name everyone I also want to show you the N64. Why do I want to show you the N64 way? Because this one has been a bit more tricky to get to run. I had some problems with it. I believe now they have patched everything, and yes, you can also get an N64 controller for it if for some reason you don't like the Switch controller and you prefer to have carpal tunnel syndrome. I mean, I prefer the Nintendo 64 controller, so I'm one of the crazy people. By the way, let me know in the comments below which games you would love to see on the Nintendo Switch Online, and which consoles they should support. I hope personally that they will support PC Engine, or TurboGrafx, or maybe the Neo Geo. Neo Geo is super cool, but really expensive, so I really hope Nintendo can put that in their shop as well. It feels like I'm pressing the life force out of the Switch before it gets replaced by the legendary golden Zelda goddess Switch. It's me, Mario. No? So we're gonna do one play again. So, we don't have the biggest selection of games, but this is okay enough. We have the rare Mario Party games. Wait a minute, oh yeah, they have 1 and 2. I thought it was only 2 and 3. So, you know what? It wouldn't be an N64 we didn't play Mario 64. So, let's see how the console runs.
Me, Mario.
I want to pick your nose. All right, let's go. Dear Mario.
Dear Mario.
Skip. I don't want to talk to Peach because she doesn't have cake. She's lying. Da, 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 da. I am a flying like E2 on a cloud. I fly because I'm a cloud. It's not logical. I'm flying on a cloud. If you try yourself, you fall through and be flat as a pizza when you land on the floor. There he is, Super Mario. Controllers feel good. Yoo-hoo! Oh, I saw a glitch! What was that glitch? Cameraman, can you actually go back to that weird glitch we saw at the door? Wait a minute. What is it because I was before the cutscene? I've never seen that on the original. Maybe this N64 copy is personalized. It glitches again. Okay, that didn't happen on the original. Oh no, it's one of these creepypasta things. Yet, oh my goodness, it's also pretty laggish. Oof. So this is a very old game, and it's actually frame rate dropping like mad. I have heard a lot of rumors that the N64 emulator on the Switch is pretty bad. And yeah, I have to agree. There's also a lot of fog. What's up with that? I don't know, the image just doesn't look very stable. That concludes what I feel about the Switch Online for retro gaming. So I think the Nintendo Switch is a wonderful way to get into retro gaming. If you're a new beginner or you're curious about all the amazing 8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit titles, or 64-bit, sorry, and you had no way to test them, well then the Switch will be a good solution for you. Unless you prefer emulation or other stuff, or like the retro PI, etc., which is not a bad way either. But at least this is a 100% legal way to do it. And Nintendo do update the library frequently, plus they also do tend to bug fix or patch the games that run better. However, the N64 wasn't that great, I felt, well, on the Switch. So yeah, if you're brand new, you want to get into the retro gaming scene, and you have a Nintendo Switch, what are you waiting for? This is perfect for you. And if you're curious how the games run, and if you just want to buy a game, but you're not sure if you want to pay, let's say, $100, $200 for a game, and the Switch has it, then you're just better off testing it here first to see if you like it before you want to buy it on the original hardware. All in all, I think it's really nice what Nintendo offer. However, I feel they could even offer us even more games. Thank you so much for watching this video, you awesome legend. If you like what you see, make sure you put the thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Goodbye for now.